concluding remarks, there will be Vande Mataram. Everybody, please stay back. Respected Leader of the House, Sri Tawarchand Gehlot ji. Respected Leader of the Opposition, Sri Ghulam Nabi Azad ji. Respected Minister of Parliament Affairs, Sri Prahlad Joshi ji. Honorable leaders of various parties and groups in the House and the honorable members. We all appreciate the reasons for which this budget session of Parliament is being adjourned sine die ahead of the schedule, which is up to the 3rd of next month. As against the total 31 sittings scheduled between 31st to April 3rd, we are constrained to conclude after 23 sittings. The budget session is primarily meant for charting the right course of action for economic growth and development for the financial year 2020-21 to the budget proposals made by the government and approved by the Parliament. Ironically, the global outbreak of coronavirus, which its origins in China, is set to play havoc with the global economic outlook, with our country being no exception. The challenge before the world is to minimize the damage caused by the corona outbreak, both to the health and wealth of the people across the globe. Our country is a spirited partner in the collective global efforts to contain the spread of this deadly virus. I fondly hope that collectively this battle would be won. For the information of the honorable members and for record, this August House functioned for a total of 90 hours and 30 minutes against the total scheduled time of 118 hours and 52 minutes during these 23 sittings. This in effect means that the productivity of the House, including both the parts of this budget session, has been 76.13% only. While the productivity of the first part of this session between 31st January and February 11 has been 97%, the productivity of the second part has begun on March 2nd, comes to above 64%. The House clocked a high productivity of 106% during the third week of the second part of this session, as against a low of 9.50 during the first week. A total functional time of 38 hours, 23 minutes of the House has been lost on account of disruptions during this session. This includes 32 hours, 51 minutes, so lost during the second part of the session. As against this loss, the House sat beyond the scheduled time on 9 days for a total of 9 hours, 59 minutes. Honorable members, passionate and quality debates on the motion of thanks to President's address and the general budget and over 4 hours short duration discussion on the violence in Delhi have been the highlights of this session. 14 hours and 56 minutes time has been spent on the discussion on the government bills and another 5 hours and 45 minutes on private members' bills and resolutions. Accordingly, 22% of the total functional time of the House has been spent on legislative business. 12 government bills have been passed by this August House during this session, including 6 bills today. 17 private members' bills have been introduced, of which 2 have been discussed. 1 private member's resolution was also discussed. Functioning of 3 important ministries, that is Railways, Medium and Small Micro Enterprises, and Law and Justice, have been discussed for 11 hours and 24 minutes, which comes to 13.20% of the total functional time of the House. Members raised a total of 249 issues of urgent public importance through 170 zero-hour and 79 special mentions. A total of 79 starred questions have been orally answered on 11 days. 9 hours and 3 minutes have been spent seeking answers from the government through these starred questions, which comes to 10.50% of the total time. About 48% of the total 165 starred questions listed have been orally answered. During the recess period, 8 department-related parliament standing committees under the purview of the Rajya Sabha have done a commendable job by finalizing reports and demands for grants of 20 ministries well in advance as desired by me. As the chairman of this August House, it is incumbent upon me to remind the honorable members that you have a certain right to discuss and debate any issue in the House, but not the right to disrupt the proceedings as claimed by some people. I don't agree with them at all. Full and proper exercise of the right to discuss and debate would have been resulted in 100% productivity as against the 76% that is turned out to be for this important budget session. I hope that we move forward in this right direction hereafterwards. We are upper house, House of Elders. So we need to set up standards, maintain decency and decorum, and also utilize the time in a constructive manner. That is my advice to the members for the coming sessions. With the adjournment of the House ahead of the schedule, I expect all the members to work with the people in respect to states in our fight against coronavirus. The main idea behind accepting the adjournment is to enable the honorable members to go back to their respective states and constituencies and spend time and be available for consultation and guidance, what is required by the people, without going for an intensive tour of the areas, because we all know that we need to maintain some sort of a distance as well as, the virus spreads. So you need to give a break. In the end, I appreciate the contribution made by the Deputy Chairman, Sri Harivamsaji, and panel chairpersons in the conduct of the proceedings of the House. I place on record our appreciation for the Secretary General and his team of committee officials and staff and the security personnel for their hard work during this session period. I also compliment both print and electronic media for their sustained interest in the proceedings of the House. They are also, I think, eager to go back. That's why they left early also. I once again appreciate doctors, nurses, technicians, media, police, defense and paramilitary forces and all others who are in the forefront in the fight against COVID-19. Honorable members may convey their feelings and appreciation of all the concerned by clapping on this. Thank you all. Dhanyawad.